Hi, it's me, Eve Dhi. Today I'm going to make chicken soup. This is the second video I've done, but I'm doing this one slightly different, and I'm doing chicken soup again simply because I've had a request. One of my friends sent me a YouTube of his version of the chicken soup I made, which didn't come out quite right.
Please explain to me why this soup is not thick. Wait, where's the dumpling? Where's the dumpling? Let me show you that. That's not, oh my god. Watch the dumpling there, Eve. Watch the dumpling. But yeah, it's not, what's it called, man? It's not thick, why?
So I thought I'd remake it with a new video. And this time I'm adding slightly different ingredients. So the great ingredients for today are chicken breast and thigh. So I'll take those off the bone myself. I'll cut it off. I'll add some sweet potato, normal potato, green bananas, carrots, maybe some sweet peppers. I'll make a few dumplings with flour. And as you can see, I've got seasoning. For me, I like all-purpose seasoning, black pepper, thyme, and 2 soup mixes. But what's different this time is I'm going to add a clove of garlic and cinnamon. And I suppose most of you think cinnamon's only for cakes. You know, it's already powdered up and you add a little bit to your cake and it tastes nice. But actually, I've got a friend and she put it in her soup and I was quite amazed. It tastes lovely, so I thought I'd do it too. So that's the new thing. And I've got my proper Scotch bonnet this time. Yay! So those are the ingredients. Oh, I do have some, well, I should have a piece of yam somewhere. But if I don't find it, don't worry. I'll just use what I have. Right, I've just cut up the chicken, as you can see. I'm now going to put it into the very hot water. So this is the time to be careful. So here we go. And I'm cutting it up. Well, I've left it in quite large pieces, as you can see. I've taken this off the bone. And I'm going to let it melt away in the pan. So in 30 minutes to half an hour, when the meat is easily falling off the pan, that's when I will. So far I've cut up a whole chicken and basically put it into hot water, and in around 30 minutes, 60 minutes, whenever the chicken starts to fall off the bone, I will take the bones out and leave the chicken in. And I'll show you at each point. As you can see, the steam coming off that. Yeah, it's going to take at least, say, 30 minutes. Minimum 30 minutes. And we'll come back and show you what it's like just before it falls off the bone, or just as it's ready to fall off the bone. As you can see, I've just washed the cinnamon stick and the garlic. I've just crushed it slightly, and now add it to the pan. It's just going to give it a nice subtle flavour. So it's going to probably infuse the chicken as it's boiling away. So the time is 2:47. It's going to be at least 10 past before the meat's falling off the bone. So I'm going to come back again in a minute. I thought I'd show you, in case you're a first time cook of soup. This is a normal potato, that one, and this is what it's like inside, and this is a sweet potato. Come in all shapes, but as you can see it's totally different on the inside. I thought that'd just be a bit of information in case you've never seen a sweet potato or never used a sweet potato before. Now I'm about to wash this thyme that's left here. It's not much, and that's going to be fine for the soup. I'll wash it in cold water, then drop it into the hot water of the soup. And at a later stage, I'll take these out, but it's just for flavouring. So I thought just let you know, it's thyme. It's actually called thyme. Okay. It's been half an hour. It's 3:15. I'm going to take the chicken out. There's so much steam you can barely see, but take it out of the hot. You can see it's falling apart now. It's definitely done. So here we go. Take it out. I'm going to take out all the rest as well, and then I'm going to take a fork and just gently break up the pieces like that, as you can see. But I'll do it with a fork. I'm just doing this to show you how easily it comes apart now because it's actually cooked. And I'll take the rest of the bones out of the soup mix and then place all the chicken back into the pan. As you can see, the chicken's out of the water now, but before I tease it off the bone, I'm going to add the soup mixes. So I've got two soup mixes. One, use whatever flavour you like, but I like this one. So I'm going to just add it. And the only reason I use two packets is because I'm going to make 2 pans worth. And here's my second packet. Slightly different flavour, but as I said, use what you like. A good mix so the noodles do not stick at the bottom of your pan. Yeah. So make sure you mix it, because no one likes to taste a lump of seasoning in their soup. So you just saw the cinnamon stick, and I will remove that, and I also will remove the thyme twigs. I don't know what to call it. Yeah, I'll remove that before the soup is ready too. But whilst it's here, it's infusing the soup with lovely, delicious scents, and because thyme is a lovely smell, and so is cinnamon. So you're eating something that tastes nice, and you will be smelling something nice too. There was a lot of evaporation in the boiling. So I haven't added the chicken yet because I've just added a little bit of cold water instead. So when this pan boils, or when it starts to bubble up again and boil, I will add as you can see, I've broken the chicken off the bone and I've thrown the bones, and here is the chicken that's left. So I'm just waiting for this to boil. I'm not sure if you can see what's happened. The lid of the pan slipped back, so the pan was closed. So obviously the soup has boiled over a bit, but never mind, I'll clean that afterwards. So now it's time to add the chicken. There it is, all deboned, just add it. Chicken. Right, this is a piece of pumpkin. So what I've done, because I had 2, I've cut up the other one. And now I'm going to add half of the mix. So these are the sweet potatoes, pumpkin. I'm going to add half of the mix into each pan. I've actually cleaned the cooker since I last spoke to you and separated half of the soup into 2 pans. So I'll put half of each mixture in and get back to you like in a minute. Right, you're back, or hopefully you're back. This is the last bit of thyme I'm removing. I've taken out the cinnamon stick. I've added the carrot pieces and also the one green banana. The 2 pans, as you can see, 2 pans going. But now it's time to make some dumplings. So I've washed my hands. I've got cold water here. But usually I use warm water. But as today is such a different day, I'm using things which I don't normally use. So, and actually I don't normally measure anything either, but I might as well see what I use. Okay, so a bit of salt in the water, dissolve it. And when it's dissolved, just add it to the flour. Make a little well and mix. That's all you have to do. But do not put too much water because you want a dough. So I'll stop here just in case. So you're going to mix it, mix it, mix it. Maybe 2 minutes mixing. You can come back to me in a minute when I've made a dough. Before you get your hands messy in the dumpling, I've learnt a little trick, which is to take a little bit of oil, whatever oil you use, and rub it on your hands, and it will help the flour and the dough not to get into your nails and not to stick so badly to your fingers. So there we go, all greasy. Now I'm going to start just kneading and making a dumpling. So for me to make a dumpling, all I do is take the outside of a dough, push it into the middle and down, and just keep doing that, going round in circles, round in circles. And see, turn it over, and it's getting thicker. It's becoming one dough, as you can see, one lump. So if you like hard dumplings, knead it a lot. If you don't like hard dumplings, this might be fine for you. So I'm almost done now because I don't like hard dumplings. But some people actually put cornmeal in it or other things, but for me, this is fine. And to actually make the shapes, I just use both hands and roll it towards the centre. And then you have a perfectly little round ball. Yay! So normally I make around 20 or however much and then add it into the soup. But just to show you, that's my first one today. But turn the heat up because it's got to boil on a high heat. Right, I'm going to make the rest now. These are the finished products. I've got 2 pans of thick, wholesome soup. I don't know if you can see it, but there are so many different textures in there. And here's that pepper, it hasn't broken. So that's obviously not my pan of soup. This is my pan of soup. And as you can see, I'm about to taste it. Yay! I'm ready. But I can't let you eat it. You can't see me eat. So enjoy when you've made your version. Bye. Okay. So these are my, what should I call you?
Contestants.
Testers? You're sampling the soup I've just made.
Great testers, yeah.
Okay. You tell me what you think.
Oh, it's very, very nice. It's a lovely texture and full of flavour. And I love the pepper, the fragrance of it. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Very luscious. What do you think, Ty?
In the middle
In the middle of what?
of tasting good and tasting bad.
Okay. Now that means, you know what? Okay, but you know what? I didn't.
don't agree.
It's all right. It's all right. It's
This
his.
is good wholesome stuff.
Thank you, Peanut.
Well, I think it's nice. But the pepper.
You don't like pepper?
No, I like pepper, but it's not peppery enough.
Oh, you want it hotter?
It's a pepper.
The Scotch bonnet is dear. I'll give it to you.
But you
Mummy.
can,
That's it.
Oh, this is my friend. She's just tasted the soup, and
fabulous, fabulous.
you said you like the.
Oh, I love the fragrance. I love the texture, and yeah, I love the flavors. Yeah, very nourishing, very nourishing. Good stuff.
What's in my face?
Good wholesome food.
Thank
Can you
you.
put it down? Can you put it down?
I just the reason I was wondering is because it's slightly different to the way I normally cook it, and the fact that you said fragrance, that's talking about the thyme and the
And the
cinnamon,
pepper, mhm.
which I
That's
don't
right.
normally put in it, and I
Yeah,
forgot to
they
mention
go
I had.
very well together.
Oh, so it's a good choice.
Yes, complement each other, definitely.
And just to prove it's the same day, I look different because I've just washed my hair. Just in case anybody's thinking this is a separate day, the pans are there. I would like to show you the pans.
Put it down.
So they're still there, and as you can see, we've had a good job. We've done a good job. It's almost empty.